Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got another 5 third impressions for you. This is a series where I take 5 different products that I have used at least 3 times, and I got some thoughts, and I tell you what they are. And all of the products I'm going to talk about today, I have used at least double that. I've actually used these at least 10 times, with the exception of the first one, which I've only used 3 times, and let's just start this because it's the one that I'm kind of bummed out about. It is from Mario Badescu. It is the Rose Hips Mask. And when I had very good luck with the glycolic eye cream, which I am still loving from this brand, I decided to try a few other things from the brand. And this mask, it's said to rejuvenate lackluster skin with a vitamin C enriched mask, lemongrass extract, rose hips extract, and rose hips oil combined to restore dull skin with a dewy glow as natural minerals purify the pores, leaving the complexion hydrated and revitalized. Sounds great. I have dry skin. I also have enlarged pores, and I like to find things that kind of shrink my pores and clear them out without drying my skin out. So the texture is, it's like a paste, and it's kind of like, glue, like white paste glue. And you put it on your skin, and it dries up. It's the kind of mask that, it reminds me of clay masks that like dry down to your skin and they get all cracky, and then you wipe them off. When you have dry skin, that's the most horrifying sensation on the planet because your skin already feels like it's cracking off, and now you've got this like tightening and sucking all the moisture out of your skin. Upon removing this mask, it was not dewy at all. My skin looked flat and dry. I've used it 3 times. All 3 times I had the same experience. I am not a fan of this mask. In fact, I don't like it so much that I'm not going to use it anymore. So, boo on the Rose Hips mask. Next, I've got 2 different moist mists. I know, some people hate that word, I'm sorry. The mists in the winter that I use in between my serum step in my skincare and my moisturizer. In the winter, I need all the hydration I can get, and so I will go in with a moisturizing mist spray before I go with my moisturizer. Sometimes it's a hyaluronic acid spray, sometimes it's just a moisturizing spray, and I've got 2 new ones I've been trying out, and I like them both. So the first one is from With Simplicity. This is the Harrisonburg, Virginia-based natural, vegan, and cruelty-free skincare brand that is right down the street from me. They came out with another mist product. I like their cool and refreshing toner. This one is the Hydrating Mist Cool, Calm, and Coconut. It is organic and natural, and this is, let me pull it up on their website. Retails for $12. You get 2 ounces of product made with coconut extract, pure organic aloe water, rich minerals, calming jasmine, and cooling peppermint. It gives your skin a soothing, cooling hydration, and it's made with therapeutic grade essential oils. Now, I find that this has just the right scent of, it's not heavy coconut, it's not heavy anything. It's a very light, fresh scent. It almost smells like, kind of like, I don't know, there's a reminiscent bit of Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies going on, but it's just enough coconut that it's got that kind of sweet tinge to it. So I feel like I get 2 things out of it. I get the hydration, and even compared to hyaluronic acid sprays that I use, this goes toe-to-toe in terms of maintaining hydration throughout the day, but you also get that sort of spa-like but not over-the-top spa-like scent, fragrance kind of thing. There's no added fragrance in this, but the natural oils have a scent to them, and it's very soothing, calming, refreshing. It smells really nice, and it's not super powerful, so if your nose is sensitive, you're not going to have issues with it. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I love that it's vegan, cruelty-free, and all natural. The second one that I've got is also vegan, cruelty-free, and this is one that I received through the Caudalie PR program, courtesy of Caudalie. This is the Eau de Beauté Beauty Elixir, the smoothing, glowing complexion elixir. This is described as being like a makeup artist cult favorite kind of a product. This is the mini size, which retails for $18. You can get it at Sephora, And this is a little bit heavier on the scent in terms of that spa-like experience. But again, I have just as good long wear hydration throughout the day when I sandwich this in between, after my serums, before my moisturizers, just as well as when I'm using like a hyaluronic acid spray. I have one from Caudalie that I've been using that's a hyaluronic acid mist, and that one I've been using for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure I've already talked about it on this channel, so I haven't included that one here, but this goes toe-to-toe with that. It's a little bit heavier on the fragrance in terms of being a stronger kind of a scent. It's a little bit minty smelling. It's got that, it just feels like those fresh spa scents that when you go to the spa, that's what it smells like. I'm enjoying it. It is definitely a nice mist. I've been doing something else with this too. So I use this in the morning with my skincare, but since it's a nice tiny little bottle here, I've been bringing it along throughout the day. Now they say you can use this to set your makeup. I haven't used it as a setting spray yet, but what I have done is used it as a refreshing mist when I've had a long day at work, but then I have to go out after work and I don't have time to touch up my makeup, because when I don't do a lot of powder in the winter because it dries my skin out. So my foundation starts to look, dull and a little bit lifeless by the end of the day. I put a sponge in my bag with this and mist my face lightly with this, and then go in with a sponge and just kind of blend out the foundation again. I haven't tried this when I've got a lot of powder on my face. I'm talking liquid foundation here, but it kind of helps melt your foundation back together so it looks fresh again. Kind of strange, but I saw someone do it on the internet and I tried it myself and it worked really well. So thumbs up on the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I am thoroughly enjoying this one, multi-purpose. This next one I also received through the Caudalie PR program. Compliments of Caudalie. This is the Premier Crew Eye Cream. Retails for $99. You can get this at Sephora as well. And this is for all skin types, normal, oily, combo, dry, sensitive, a best-selling peptide-packed eye cream, laser-focused on diminishing dark circles, puffiness, and wrinkles for brighter, smoother, more lifted eyes. I am wearing it under my makeup today, and it's good for dark circles, puffiness, fine lines. It is both an instant treatment and a long-term skincare product. Let's talk about why it's only getting 3 stars on Sephora's website under the reviews. Now, the first few times I used it, probably the first 3 times I used it, I didn't like it. It came out as a sort of paste, and I was not a fan of the texture. Now, if you look at it here, it looks like a nice, soft, smooth, pretty nice texture, right? Here's the deal. The packaging on this product is not great. You've got a pump and it's glass and it's opaque on the outside. Good, you're not going to have light issues, but the way this pump is, it's got the little, stick of a nozzle that sticks out the front of it right here, and every time you use this, the product that is left in that little area dries up and makes a plug. So tomorrow when I go to use this, there's going to be a little plug of wasted product. Product waste, problem number 1. Problem number 2 is I think there's air getting into the product at the top here, which is why I think the first 3 days when I used this, it was a paste instead of it being a cream. And that is a lot of wasteful product. That was at least 3 days worth of product that the full pump coming out of here was a dry paste kind of texture. I think that's a flaw in the packaging. I think this is very sensitive to having oxygen dry it out, and when it is dried out, it does not work well. Several of the reviews on Sephora's website talk about they couldn't get it to sink into their skin. Yeah, I think it's because you're at that top layer of product that's dried out, because then it's like a paste and it doesn't sink into your skin. The 4th time I tried it, all of a sudden I pumped it out and it was that nice, beautiful cream texture, and I was like, wait a minute, this is totally different than the last few days that I've used this. Now that it's a cream texture, once you get rid of that little hard plug that's gonna dry up every single day, but once you get past that and you've gotten past the dry that's been sitting there waiting for you to purchase the bottle, then it's a very nice texture. And what it does under the eyes, you do have to work kind of quickly, and you do want to continue to press it into the eye and make sure that it fully sinks in, and keep massaging and pressing it in until it's fully sunk into the skin. Because if you don't get it all the way pressed in, you're going to have trouble with the product pilling when you go to apply concealer or makeup on top of it. But what it does under the eye very nicely is smooths out the finest lines so that you do have a very smooth looking canvas under the eye. You can actually use this on your entire eye contour. I have only tried it under my eyes so far, but it does exactly what it says it's going to do. However, the packaging, I think, is a fail. This needs to be refined so that the pump does not allow air into the top layer of product, and so that the little nozzle doesn't collect product. You know, even if they just gave you a little plug that you could push into the nozzle, kind of the way the Science Serum products come with, that pushes the product back in and probably would close off the oxygen leak so that the product wouldn't dry out inside. Of course, I don't like that approach very well either, because I always lose that little plug, but something to improve the packaging. When you're spending $99 on an eye cream, you don't want to be wasting all of that product that's getting dried out. So the other thing when you're applying this, once you get past the dried out part of it, when you apply it, you make sure that you get it all sunk into your skin. And I have found that applying concealer on top of it, make sure you're using tapping, stippling motions as opposed to swiping with a brush. It also doesn't seem to like damp sponges, because the dampness seems to sort of pick up and pill up the product under the eye. So I use a brush with my concealer when I am using this. For as finicky as it is, I really like the smoothing that it does. I think it is definitely an instant smoothing impact, maybe even more smoothing than the Science Serum in an instant. I do think the Science Serum does a much better job at tightening and lifting. This does not do as much lifting on me as the Science Serum tie-dye product does, but this isn't going to replace my tie-dye, but I'm actually using it in conjunction with it. I'm using tie-dye in my skincare process, and then this as when I sit down and it's, makeup time. So I'm going to say thumbs up with caveats on the Caudalie eye cream. It needs better packaging, and once it gets better packaging, I would be a full thumbs up. It's a little bit finicky to work with, kind of like, the Tatcha Pearl under the eye. If you don't get it all melted in, it's finicky to get going, but once you figure it out, it's fantastic. So, thumbs up with caveats. Fix the packaging, please, Caudalie. Please, I don't want to waste product at this price point. And product number 5 of my 5 third impressions. This has been, if you check the down bar of all my videos where I put the makeup that I'm wearing that day, I always include whatever sunscreen I'm wearing that day. And lately I've been trying out the StriVectin. This is their Advanced Retinol Day Moisturizer SPF 30, broad spectrum. And I have found that the retinol in here is pretty potent. The first week I used this, I was getting a little bit of peeling and flaking of my skin, which, no, we don't want to be flaky, but that's good. It means this stuff is working, and I kid you not, I think my forehead looks smoother. And really, this is the only extra retinol. I told you guys in my most recent skincare videos that I was going to go ham on the retinol. That's my new sort of philosophy. I'm trying this out. And this is the first new, additional retinol step that I hadn't been doing. It is in the daytime. Retinol usually works best at night, so I don't fully understand how it can work in a daytime product, but it's working. So here's the downside. This puppy retails for $99. I got it for 20% off on a sale on the StriVectin website when they were also giving a free full-size line blur effector primer, which is one of my number one holy grail love it primers. So I rationalized that it was worth it because of that bonus. It's going to be hard to pay for this again when I run out of this, but Upside, it wears really well under makeup. I would say it's best when you're going for a dewy kind of look because it's not greasy, but when you apply it, and even if you check some of my recent foundation videos, before I apply the foundation, if I look at all dewy, it's probably because this was my sunscreen underneath. It does have a dewy sort of look to it, even if you give it a good 10 minutes to sink into the skin before applying your makeup. But that said, I can always use more dewy because my skin is so dry, especially in the winter. And I am wearing it today. I am also wearing the Dior Forever Skin Glow foundation, so that is kind of dewy in and of itself, and this is the level of dewiness that I ended up with. So thumbs up on this one. It is pricey, but if you're looking to add another retinol step into your routine, it is working really well for me. And anytime, more sunscreen every day. Sunscreen, sunscreen, wear your sunscreen. I swear it's the most important anti-aging thing you can do for your skin. Start now. I don't regret many things in my life, but one of my main regrets is not starting daily sunscreen sooner. I'm going to say this until, I'm just going to say it forever. You're never going to hear me stop saying it. So, sunscreen, good one. Retinol, yay. There you have it, 5 products I've been testing out and what I am thinking of them. If you like these 5 third impressions, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Leave me some comments. What do you want me to try out? What have you not seen me talk about yet? I would love to get my hands on some of the stuff that you guys would like to see. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every month. Did I already say that? You guys, it's Wednesday, man. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.